Boom shakalaka, the pi cycle bottom is upon us. Today's video, we're going to be talking about the exact date when Bitcoin price will break out and why the direction will surprise you. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, we're talking about the pi cycle bottom, the exact date when the price will break out, and why this is likely to surprise you. Before we get into it, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell, come join us over on Twitter at @TheCryptoLove, and push the like button. Let's get to 1,000 likes. Now, today, in extreme fear, still, but up at 24, same as we were yesterday. The overall market down 1.5%. Bitcoin at 21,340, Ethereum at 1190, BNB at 237, XRP 34 cents, Cardano 47 cents, Solana $37, and Dogecoin 6 cents. And if you want to know the top coins today based on artificial intelligence and machine learning, if we don't look at the stable coins here, we have Uniswap, GMX, Polygon, and OKB. But it might also be worth noting how many stable coins are here. Now, if you want to try out token metrics for yourself, there is a free 1-week trial by clicking the link down in the description. And like I said, the pi cycle bottom is upon us. It's that time of the year. We know the pi cycle top has been amazingly accurate at predicting the bottom. But it turns out if you just change some of the numbers of the moving averages, turns out we have a nice bottom indicator as well. And the current cross trajectory for this is July 12th, plus or minus 3 days-ish, because it was a few days off here in 2018. So that being said, the pi cycle bottom is upon us. What could this possibly mean? I'm glad you're asking, because we're going to get into it. Well, Torda Meester saying, calling attention to it will no doubt jinx my lucky streak, but for what it's worth, here are all my Bitcoin related calls for market capitulation. So we can see most recently he had one here just a few weeks ago on June 18th, down 73% from all-time high. Based on how I feel in my body right now, awful, I'd say this is Bitcoin capitulation. Now, previous to that, he had one back at COVID bottom, capitulation. He also had one in November, December of 2018, capitulation. He also had one all the way back in 2015. Bitcoin fundamentals have not changed, only price and sentiment did, capitulation. You can see that every time he tweets out one of these capitulation tweets 3 times previously, that was the bottom. He tweeted one a couple of weeks ago suggesting that that was capitulation. Now, is capitulation always the bottom? No, but it's in the area. Capitulation and the bottom, they like to hang out together. They're kind of best buds. If we take a look at this right here, Alex Kruger saying, as a general rule, trading volume is the highest when markets capitulate, and such capitulation creates major bottoms. This weekly chart includes the aggregated Bitcoin volume for most Bitcoin pairs, spot and perpetuals across exchanges. Volume hit its all-time high 2 weeks ago. You can see pretty much the same time Torda Meester said capitulation, we had this massive volume spike suggesting a bottom and or capitulation, because previously when we had these massive spikes, that was the bottom. Same thing here, massive spike, the bottom, massive spike, the bottom. I don't need to say it anymore. One other factor that could contribute to this, the bottom is in when the derivatives market is shorting Bitcoin into the dirt after the brunt of spot selling has taken place, getting closer. We can see here, now this is from many weeks ago, June 21st, but we can see it's getting orange, and when it's in red, that's when people are shorting it a lot and it causes the price to go up. You may have remembered a few days ago, I think it was $60 million of shorts were liquidated, causing the price to pump from $19,000 to $21,000. And if we take a look in other markets, we can see right now record shorts heading into next week's CPI econ releases. Now we can see these record shorts for asset manager and hedge fund positioning for all equity futures. We can see at record lows right now. But if we take a look at previous times when it was in this neighborhood, okay, these are the green dots. Well, guess what? Right after green dot, price pumped. 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 I don't need to tell you the pattern here, but you can see that after green dots, generally, I don't know, fill it in. I'm not gonna spoil that for you. If you can't figure it out, go find somebody else to help you with this. Not only that, but just the overall market sentiment right now, pretty much at all-time lows. Blood's in the street. Everybody thinks the price is going down lower. They're afraid to buy now because they think that they'll get a lower price later. And when everybody thinks that way, the market generally likes to disappoint the most people possible. We can see here consumer confidence in the stock market. Now, why do we talk about stock market? Because recently, stocks and Bitcoin have been pretty darn correlated. We can see every time the consumer confidence has been as low as it is right now, in the next year, it went up 15%, 22%, 29%, 20%, 22%. All of those positive years following the negative sentiment. So, what's going to happen this year? Tough to say. If we take a look at this, in the past 145 years of the stock market, again, this isn't Bitcoin, but Bitcoin only goes back 13 years. It doesn't go back 145 years. Well, we can see that every time we had a first half as bad as we had currently, well, the second half was positive. So it would be odd for that not to happen this time. Even with Bitcoin as it is right now, everybody's saying it's going to go down to $11,000. It's going to go down to $5,000 or $3,000 or zero. Okay? Well, if we take a look right now, Bitcoin drawdowns are actually within historical bear norms. We can see the Bitcoin drawdown from all-time highs reached 73.3% compared with previous bear market lows between 75 and 84%. Very, very close to previous bear markets. The duration of this bear is 435 days from the April 2021 peak or 227 from the November 2021 peak. Both of these well within the norms for Bitcoin bear markets. And if we take a look historically, Bitcoin and the stock market have liked to bounce off the 38.2 fib. We can see this after 2017, bounced off the 38.2 fib. We can see this after the most recent one, could be bouncing off the 38.2 fib where we are right now. The stock market has done the same exact thing, bouncing off the 38.2 fib. Which brings us to this chart here from Trading Shot. He's saying the bear market is ending this summer, charting the next bull. We can see Bitcoin has basically been these cup-like bull markets and then bearish consolidation patterns. Cup-like bull, bearish consolidation. Same thing over and over again. We've had this bearish consolidation and we have a cup-like bull, which historically has happened roughly about 17 or 18 bars before the halving. We have pretty much the end of the bear market, which would put us right in the territory where we are right now, where we might see this in the next couple weeks. Which brings us to this chart here that I referenced in the beginning of the video. Right now, we have the Bitcoin Pi cycle bottom flagging within the next couple days or so. Well, if we take a look, we have this nice little wedge forming right here from the bottom in June 18th of 2022, and then the tops that we have there. Well, guess what? This is slated to break out by the beginning of August. Now, which direction will it go? Could go up, could go down. Me personally, I think it's going to surprise a lot of people. If you take a look at any of those polls right now on Twitter, every single poll is saying we're going lower. Bitcoin price is going lower. Like at least 60% of the time, people think it's going down to 10,000 or 15,000 or 5,000 or whatever. But oftentimes the majority is wrong. And if we take a look at historically Bitcoin returns per month, well, July and August tend to be pretty good. If we don't see it by the beginning of August, which would be the end of July, well, September is not great. But then we have October, November, December, where we could also see a pretty spectacular pump. So that is all for today's video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Love you. Happy Sunday. Peace.